So this week we're going to be talking about underground. So I want you to think in your brain, what are some things that you know are underground? There's lots of things that are underground. In our book today, on the front cover, we actually see a plant. And plants' roots, we learned, can grow underground. And today we're going to be talking about some other things that you might find underground. So our book today is called Underground by Cynthia Klingel and Robert Noyd. Now before we get started, I want to remind you that we learned that there's two types of books, fiction and nonfiction. Remember, fiction tells a story and nonfiction gives us facts. So from looking at this cover so far, I want you to make a prediction of what you think this book is. Fiction, telling us a story, or nonfiction, giving us facts. Let's read and find out what it is. Underground. Plants and animals live in many different places. One of these places is under the ground. And right over here, what do we see? Do you guys know what that is? This is called a mole, and moles live underground. Underground, it is dark and cool. Plants grow above the ground. So here's the ground, there's the grass, and above ground we see the plant. Their roots grow under the ground, and right here, all of these little things are roots from this plant. But right here, this is a big tree, and look how big its roots are. Holy moly. Roots sometimes provide food for small animals. A few animals even make their homes in or near roots. Many underground animal homes are in holes called burrows. Tunnels lead to and from the burrows. Some of the tunnels lead to the surface. So we see a badger right over here, and he is in a burrow or a tunnel leading to it. Animals live underground for protection. It is easy to hide in these underground homes. Underground is also a safe place to have babies. Some animals make nests under the ground. They bring grass and leaves from above the ground to line their nests. So we see this little chipmunk, and look, he has acorns and pine needles in his nest. Rabbits make their home underground. So do prairie dogs, gophers, and mice. Worms also live underground. They eat soil as they move through it. Worms help keep the soil loose. So look, we have a big worm and a little worm. Ooh, and look, I see roots in this picture also. Ants live underground too. They live in large groups called colonies. Like worms, ants tunnel through the soil. So ants make tunnels even. Tiny little ants. Underground is a hidden world filled with animal life. Living there is very different from living above the ground. It is a special place. All right, so I want to talk to you about some things. First of all, do you think this book was fiction or nonfiction? Yeah, it's nonfiction. What was our book mostly about? Yeah, underground. What animals or insects did we learn live underground? Yeah, there are lots. We learned that ants live underground, worms live underground, rabbits, prairie dogs, gophers, mice, chipmunks, badgers. We learned that some plants' roots grow underground. We also learned moles live underground. So this was mostly about plants and animals that live underground, right? We learned that it's safe, it protects animals. It also provides insects and roots with the nutrients that they need, right? So this whole week we're going to be talking about underground, and I have a super cool book we're going to read. We're also going to find out what else is underground. For example, did you know that some trains are underground? We're going to talk about all kinds of different things that we would see underground. Now, in your yard, we're going to talk about, do you think there would be a train underneath your yard? No, but in big cities, there could be. So we'll talk about some more of that in some later books. I hope you guys have a wonderful day.